I read the Gospels. I served at church every weekend. I gave more money than I could afford. I said yes to everything, helping people move, staying late, listening to every problem. And people called me a good Christian. But inside, I was running on empty. I wasn't growing closer to God, I was just tired. And then one night, while rereading the Sermon on the Mount, something hit me. I wasn't actually living like Jesus, I was performing Jesus. There's a massive difference. And no one had ever explained it to me. See, most of us were taught that being Christ-like means doing more, serving more, giving more, saying yes more. And sure, Jesus served. He gave. He helped. But Jesus also walked away from crowds. He said no. He slept during storms. He took long walks alone. He had close friends. And he let them take care of him too. We cherry-pick the parts of Jesus that make us feel guilty for resting. But we skip the parts where he modeled boundaries, solitude, and genuine human need. I was imitating a version of Jesus I had assembled from other people's expectations, not the real one. And here's the thing. That version burns you out, because it was never designed to be lived. The real Jesus wasn't performing for anyone, not even God. The real Jesus moved from rest, from security, from a deep, unshakable sense of who he was. That's what I was missing. So I stopped trying to do more like Jesus. And I started trying to be more like Jesus. What does that actually look like? First, I started protecting silence. Jesus regularly pulled away from everyone, even people who needed him, to be alone with God. If he needed that, I definitely do. Second, I started giving from fullness, not from guilt. Guilt-driven giving empties you. Love-driven giving actually energizes you. The difference is felt immediately. Third, I stopped equating busyness with faithfulness. Jesus never seemed rushed. He was fully present in every single conversation. Not because he had less to do, but because he was rooted in something that didn't depend on output. And fourth, I started actually sitting with God. Not petitioning, not listing requests, just being there. Like a friend, not a vending machine. That shift alone changed everything. I'm not saying stop serving. I'm not saying stop giving. I'm saying, check what's underneath it. Because if your Christianity is making you resentful, exhausted, or secretly angry at the people you're helping, something is off. And that's okay to admit. Jesus didn't come to give us a better performance to put on. He came to give us a life that's actually worth living. There's a line in John 10 verse 10 that wrecked me. I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full. Not a half life, not a barely holding it together life, a full life. So if you're tired, rest. That's not weakness. That's what Jesus did. If you're empty and stop pouring, receive first. If you've been performing, you can stop now. You were never auditioning. The version of Jesus I was imitating was a shadow. The real one is much more human, much more gentle, and honestly, much more interesting.